guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tassie P, and in this week's video I'll be giving you another story time. Now you guys loved my last story time, so I decided to dig back down in my memory to give you another one. However, this one is a bit more fresh than the last one, so I know you guys will enjoy it. I'll be telling you about my first experience with weed. Yeah, weed. So as you know how we do it over here, go ahead and like this video, share this video with someone you know and love, and yeah, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. So yeah, before I start telling you about my story time, I just want everyone to know that this video is in no way encouraging anyone or telling anyone to go and do drugs or weed or any type of thing. It's just giving you my experience. Okay, so let's jump back to last year. This happened around the same time of my birthday, right? My birthday is on October 19, for those who don't know. So last year on October 19, yeah, that was my birthday. Before we talk about the experience, let's talk about this girl, right? I'm gonna call her Kayla. So Kayla is the girl. Now don't forget Kayla, because Kayla is a very important part of this story. So Kayla is this girl who worked as in the past. She worked at my workplace. Again, I won't call the name of the workplace because so she works at my workplace, and this girl and I, we never really spoke, because I'm the type of person, I go to work, I get my work done, I come home, that's it. So she was the type of person who she never really talked a lot. Like, she just did what she has to do, and kind of like me. So she do what she has to do, whatever they tell her to do, this she do it. She doesn't, like, she just do her work and go out. And she only worked like once in a while, so sometimes I go to work, I saw her, sometimes I didn't. So it's every now and then that I would see Kayla. So something to point out, if you're someone who knows people who take weed, or like most people, they're always the chill, laid back type. Most people who take weed, like I'm talking about like often, they're always chill, or they're just like they do this, they do that. They're just those type of person who like nothing really bothers them a lot, right? So she was like that. So yeah, my birthday was October 19, right? And I was not working on that day. On that day, when I went to get my pedicure, I saw her, and we were we were having a conversation, and she was telling me that day, that Monday, which was my birthday, was her last day working. So I'm like, oh really? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, that's nice. So nice for you, so anyway, I'm like, all right, whatever. I went ahead and I had an amazing birthday. Now Tuesday I had to go back to work. Anyway, I had to go back to work. I went back to work, and then Wednesday, no, this happened on the 21st, like 2 days after my birthday, right? So on the 21st, I went to work, and we were short staffed, so they had to, like, no one was able to come, so they had to call her to come and do one more day. Even though she finished on the Monday, they asked her if she could just like work a couple more hours on the Wednesday. She said fine, no problem, she'll come. The girl come at work, right? It's normal, the girl come at work, me at work, everybody at work, I do them work. So it wasn't really busy, so we were there, and we were talking, everything is done, everything is like it needs to be, and we're talking, and somehow the conversation of weed came up, right? And she was like, she asked me, have I ever taken it, have I ever tried it? And I'm like, no, I've never, and I don't think it's something that I'm interested in trying, like, yeah. But I wanted, like, let me tell you, it wasn't like if I don't try it, oh, I'm gonna die. But I wanted the experience. Like, I wanted to know what everybody's like talking, like, what is this weed? Everybody are talking like, blah, blah, blah. Yes, weed nice, weed this, weed that. Oh, hi. I just wanted to know what taking weed meant, what it felt like. So I'm like, I don't mind trying, but it's not like, oh, if I don't try, I'm gonna die or whatever. So we were there, and we were talking, and I asked her if she ever taken it. She's like, yeah, she takes weed. She gets high whenever she's ready and whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's nice for you. So the day continued, and my shift ended at 8 o'clock, and hers ended at 9. So we were there, and when my shift ended, she asked me, like, where, like, where am I from, like which parts of the city am I from. And I told her, and she said, oh, okay, cool. Her boyfriend and her are gonna like visit some friends in that area like after work, so if I don't mind, she'll give me a ride. And I'm like, oh yeah, like, girl, who don't want free ride? Who don't want somebody drop me home? Yeah. And at that time it was like October going to like November, so it was like it started snowing. So like, you know, when it's coming to winter time, we get a little snow, especially here where I am, and it's super cold. So yeah, I want somebody to take me home and drop me off rather than me having to stop at the bus stop and walk home. Yeah, girl. So Kayla said, okay, she'll give me a ride. And you know, I'm not thinking of it as anything because she's my coworker, and I don't think, well, at that point I didn't think I need to worry about whether or not I'm going to make it home. I told my boyfriend and everything, so you know, he knew that, okay, I'm coming home at this time, I'm waiting for the ride. Anyway, I'm there, and I started to like, I finished at 8, and I was like, you know, sitting waiting on her. But I was like kind of pissed because I'm like, my bus comes soon, so if I just take my bus and go home, I'll get home probably before she finished working. But then she said she's gonna like finish at like 8:30 or 8:15. She's gonna finish early so then she can take me home. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just chill, I'll wait for her. And two, her boyfriend is coming to pick her up, so I wanted to be inquisitive. I wanted to see her boyfriend, like, yeah. So me wait, yeah. So anyway, after all of that, she finally came, and her boyfriend came and picked her up. When he came, you know, I went into the car. No people. I was, obviously I'm in the back seat, right? It's her and her boyfriend. And you know, me I pop my neck for see her. Oh, you want to see your boyfriend, girl? Yeah. So when I went into the car, on the back seats there were like some bags. You know, like when like you went shopping. So there were like some bags. And then, you know, they were telling me, oh yeah, they're, like I said before, they were going to a friend that lives close by, so that's why they were able to like give me the ride. And I'm like, oh, you know, thank you very much. Now, as I was sitting there, the girl pulled out this pen looking thing, right? Like this pen looking thing, and I saw her smoking it. So I'm like, oh, maybe it's just like a vape, like, you know, those stuff that people have. I don't really know these stuff, so yeah, I'll put a picture of what it was. So then she was smoking that, and then she's like, oh, do you want to try? And I'm like, what is it? And she's like, oh, it's weed, but it's like the oil type. And I'm like, nah, I'm cool, I don't want to try it. And then she was like, no man, it nah go. Like, she's saying that I should just try it, like nothing will happen, because she said at that point the oil is finishing, or the weed or whatever it was finishing, it was very low, so I wouldn't feel anything, it would feel like nothing to me. And she's like, oh, you're going home, so you won't even feel nothing. You wouldn't even feel nothing. When I tell you peer pressure is a thing, peer pressure is a thing. Anyway, like while I was sitting there, I said, all right, let me try it one time. So I took it and I was trying it. First, I just took a little draw, like, and I gave it back to her. And then her boyfriend was like, did you try it? And I'm like, yeah, I tried it. And he's like, well, that doesn't sound like you tried, because normally when you try it, you know, you would cough. So I guess, so like when you take weed the first time, you should cough, like you should feel like a burning thing in your chest, so you should cough. And I didn't cough, so they were like, try it again. So I'm like, all right, cool, let me try it. So me take the something and I start go, and me a puff a go on in the car. Girl feel big now. Yeah, girl, I take weed. Anyway, I'm there puffing, and then I started to cough because you start to feel the burning sensation. And then I was taking in a lot, and I'm telling you, I took about 6 to 10 big puffs, big dirty stinking puff. I took some puffs, right? And then I gave it back to her, and I was there coughing. Now on that seat where there were those bags, like I told you, like somebody just went shopping, they're telling me that the guy was telling me he just went to like the weed shop, because here in Canada weed is legal, and he bought a bunch of gadgets for smoking weed. Who does that? Like, what normal person does that? So anyway, like you could see it was like a bong, and there were like other stuff in the bag, like they bought that to smoke weed. So when I heard that, and when I saw, like, I'm just thinking to myself, these people are professionals, these people are professional weed smokers. So what am I doing in our car with professional weed smokers? Anyway, I'm there and I'm like, you know what, I'm laughing because I'm like, I don't think anything is gonna happen, you know, because I don't know why they're behaving like this. So I was laughing because I said, Choya, let me take out my key. I know my key in my hand just in case I get high and I can't find my key. So I took out my key and I was holding it in my hand and they were taking me home. And like they said, it was saying it will take like 10 to 15 minutes to kick in. And then he also said, this that you're smoking is called sativa, right? So this one is sativa, and in that form, like when I took it in the pen, the effect is like 99% more of when you smoke weed. 99% more. He said some either 97 or 99. So he's saying that like when you just smoke weed, when you take the sativa, which I just took as a first timer, that the effect is like 99% more than what it is when you're smoking weed. They dropped me off at my house, right? And when they dropped me off, guys, I kid you not, I walked to my door, and when I was trying to open my door, that is when everything started. Like at that moment, the weed kicked in. I was trying to push my key inside the door and everything started turning. I love you so much. You can take a sunrise, sprinkle it with you. The whole world started turning, right? So at that point, I think that is when I started to get anxious, because when I felt it kicking in, it's like I couldn't control anything that I was doing at this point. Like at this point, my first instinct that I couldn't even control, my first instinct was to let my boyfriend know, that I took weed, right? So that in case anything, like he knows what to do, or he knows, you know, like how to handle me. So I was like, all right, oh my gosh, my heart started pounding faster. I started walking and staggering and hitting the walls, and we live downstairs, right? So I'm walking. I cannot tell you how I got from the door to the stairs. Like it's a good little distance. I can't tell you how I got from the door to the stairs. And when I got to the stairs, oh my gosh, it was pitch black, because that night my boyfriend, for some reason, he was trying to frighten me, right? So he turned all the lights off and he was like standing in the corner to frighten me. So I was there. I got even more anxious because I'm like, Jesus Christ, what is happening to my body? What is happening to my mind? I don't know what happened. Anyway, so I finally take my time and come down the stairs. Remember, I'm high, you know. And I started screaming. Like, I started screaming my boyfriend's name. So, like, I started screaming his name, but I would be saying, like, babe. Like I'm not talking like normal. I mean, I bawl with tears that come down my eye, and I scream, babe. So when I came down the stairs, I like was kind of frightened, because then like I saw him, right? Like 1 minute he was there, and then the next 1 minute he wasn't there, and then the next he was there. So like I think I still got frightened, but the way how it was in my brain, like I just don't know how to explain it. Then he started, like, he was looking at me like, what the fuck?
What the fuck, man?
Like, what is this? Why are you behaving like this, right? Like, he sees me in this, like, you know, him see me a behave, so like, him not expect me to behave, so because he expects me to come home from work and be normal. So I'm there crying and bawling, and then I'm trying to say I smoke weed, and it's like, it not come out of my mouth. It not come out until my ball out. I'm say, weed, babe, I took weed. I'm here balling now. Anyway, he was like, what the fuck? Like, he was like, where you get weed from? Why y'all take weed? So then he brought me into the room, and like we were there, and when you enter my room, the first thing is like a mirror, right? So when you enter and you turn, there's a mirror. And it's like I saw myself, and I just started crying, and I was saying, babe, I know tomorrow or in the future we're going to be laughing about this, but right now, I feel like I'm going to die. And that's what I was saying, you know? And I said, I'm so disappointed in myself, and I know you're disappointed, and I know my mother and my father disappointed, and my friends disappointed. Why did I do that? And I was just there chatting and I bawled, and I could see myself, but it's like I couldn't stop. Like everything was just happening and I couldn't stop. Mind you, I got home at around 8:39, between 8:30 and 9 that time. And when I got home, like my boyfriend was trying to, like undress me, because I had on all the layers of my jacket, everything, right? I still had on everything. So it was trying to take the things off and trying to like get me to calm down, right? So while he's doing that, I'm just there and I'm just crying, I'm just crying. And at this point, it's like, I don't know how to explain this. It's like I walked out of my body and I could see myself doing the foolishness. Like I could see myself crying and shaking and doing all of that, but it's like I couldn't control myself. It's like I was watching myself doing stupidness and I can't control myself. So anyway, my boyfriend said, alright, he's gonna get some water, right? So he went into the kitchen to get water, and I'm just there on the bed shaking and looking and let me cry. And then it's like, I'm telling you, I'm seeing myself. So it's like I started to laugh hysterically. So I started laughing, like while I'm crying, I started laughing. So it did funny. I don't know if I explain. At that moment, I felt like I couldn't control anything I was doing. So it was scary, right? But afterwards, looking back, it's like I could see how stupid I look, crying and laughing, and I can't stop, and I'm shaking and I said like this, and it is just funny. Anyway, so my boyfriend came downstairs and he gave me the water, and I'm there shaking and drinking the water, whatever. And I tried to explain to him that they gave me weed and telling him it's like, this is, I'm saying, babe, it's sativa, and I'm there crying it, and I'm, like I'm there. So anyway, he was trying to calm me down, like I said, right? And he obviously at this point, he's shocked. He don't know what to do. He didn't want to like get anyone involved, because he doesn't know what to do. But he's like trying to make sure I'm okay. So I'm there, and I think we started to lay, like he hold me. We were in the bed and he was like, just holding me and trying to get me to calm down. And then I don't remember this happening, but he told me that all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I just got up and shoved him, like I just pushed him off or thump him, something like that. I did something like aggressive to him. And then I just ran into the bathroom and turned on the cold water. Now let me tell you something. If you live abroad, you know what cold water mean. I'm not talking about country cold water, people in Jamaica. May I talk like ice cold water. And again, it was coming towards winter, so the water cold. I'm not talking a little cold, it's a cold. Normal me, that would never happen. Him say at that point, he knew that I could not be faking it, because normal me not do that. And I went into the washroom and I turned on the pipe. Right now, he took my work blouse off, but I still had on my work pants and my underblouse. So I went into the shower, the cold water, and it was just wetting me up. And then he said, I kept saying, Tassimel, stop acting like this. Tassimel, stop this. So yeah, behave so for Tassimel, stop this. And I gotta put that picture, because when that was happening, the little weed man in that movie with Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa, you see that little weed man there? That little weed man was talking to me the whole time. And like he was saying, yeah man, yeah, talk, confess, talk, everything. That's like what the weed man was saying. And I'm like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to talk? And he's like, just talk, tell everything. And then him dead there and him say, yeah man, you love weed, you see, you bet say you're gonna come back for more. Bet say you're gonna come back for more. That's what the little weed man was saying to me, And it's like, whatever I was holding in, I didn't want to talk. So it's like I was under the pipe and I kept stopping my breath, right? Because it's like I felt like I was drowning. And while I was under there, every time it's like, this is the line to death, right? So this is me and this is death. Every time I felt like I was getting closer to death, it's like I would go and come back up from the water, and I felt like it was just happening over and over and over again. My boyfriend said he had to grab me out of the shower and shake me and give me a box. The boy gave me 2 boxes and said me for weird, like he must say, Tassimel, what are you? And then him say he brought me into the room now, and then I was like soaking wet in all my clothes, right? Cold. So I was shaking now, and like I was just there acting, hysterical. I act like madman. So then he had to take off all my clothes, and then he wraps me in the towel and everything. So we were laying down now in the bed. oh my gosh, this is where all the foolishness start happening. So while I was there, it was holding me, and I was still wet and whatever, and he covered me with the blankets and everything, and we're there, and I'm there, and I say, babe, cover my mouth, don't let me talk. And then he was just there like, what the hell? And then I kept saying, babe, don't video me, please don't video me. And it's just so funny remembering what happened. And I remember one time we were in the bed, laying down, and I just start tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tick. We start dance. And then after all of that, when I wanted to say something, I saw the word coming. Like I'm gonna say coming now, it's like I could see the coming through my brain until it came out my mouth. And then it's like, oh my god, it's like I'm seeing every single thing. I saw a mosquito, I saw a donkey, I saw a rat, I saw a mosquito riding a donkey. I saw so much weird things. And then I started telling my boyfriend, oh, the world is there's going to be an apocalypse, and we're going to go back to Africa because that's our motherland, and me and my boyfriend, we're going to be the rulers of the tribe, and we're going to have 6 kids. I tell this boy we're going to have 6 kids, and oh much I love him. I profess my undying, my unconditional love to this guy. Okay, guys, like I told him how I love him, and how, oh my gosh, we're gonna get married and have 6 kids. One point I remember saying, oh babe, when there's the war, the apocalypse or the war or whatever, and we're ruling, we're gonna commit suicide. And my boyfriend said, God forbid. Hell no. And then I said, no, God forbid that. But I said, no. I said, I'm the Son of God. I'm the Messiah. And I said, I'm the Messiah. And I was there chanting. Oh my gosh. And I said, babe, we're going to sit at the right hand of God. And babe, I was just talking nonsense. And no matter how I was trying to stop, it's like I just couldn't stop. Until one point, I felt as if like the weed was wearing off. Like it was wearing off. And I sat up in the bed. When I sat up, I said, yes, babe, it's going away. I can control myself. It's like the weed just go around in a circle and come back. Boops! And I just drop on the bed like, oh my gosh, I can't control this. It's like I can't control my motor skills. I can't control my neurons. I can't control nothing that's happening to my body. And I'm just chatting non-stop. So then at one point I started just telling my boyfriend everything, like, some little stuff that you have in your mind that you won't think you're even thinking about, that happened from way back when. I started telling my boyfriend everything that happened. I started telling him about my ex and what happened. I started telling him about some little foolishness, like I just start bringing up and talking. And then we're there, and then I think at this point I just started to get annoyed by it. So then I said, babe, please call the doctor, make the doctor come for me. And then I said something like, I kept playing this mind game, like, on him, like I was saying, like when you watch movie and like you see the devil and then you see the angel. It's like I was saying, babe, I need some water to drink, please give me some water. And then I come back and I say, no, don't, babe, don't give me any water. If you give me any water, the weed is gonna come back and it's gonna kick in. And then I come back and I say, babe, please, I'm so thirsty, babe, give me some water. And then my boyfriend said, no, I'm not giving any water. And then the good me come back and say, thank Jesus, thank you, babe, thanks for listening. The boy must did a mad. Me must did a mad him, because me that I'm mad myself. And then one of the time he said, I started whispering in his ears, and I said, babe, come here, let me tell you something. It was someone saying like this, like when, honestly, it come like somebody possess or something, because even say 1 minute me start talk like the, me go, like I start talk loud and deep like the devil, and then I go back and I say, oh my gosh, I was so high, and like me couldn't control it. Oh my gosh. Anyway, no, let's get to the part when I said I wanted to go to the hospital. So while I was there doing all of that foolishness in the bed and stuff, I said, babe, please, me beg you, call the doctor, make the doctor come look for me. And I said, babe, you remember when you're high? You remember the high? How you did know say it go wear off? How you did know say it go stop? Because me can't control and me a ball and me a laugh and me a... Every single emotion that you can think of was running through my body, and I could not control it. So then I said, babe, please call the doctor, call the doctor, call the ambulance, please carry me to the hospital, please, babe, please. And my boyfriend was saying, he said, okay, babe, we can go to the doctor, but the doctor won't come to you, you have to go, so we have to get up and go, right? So I say, all right, babe, all right, yes, yes, yes. And him say, you ready? And I say, yes, 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 please, 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 please come to the doctor. But everything was right, so he had to take off my wig, he had to take off everything, right? So he started looking for clothes to put on, but it's like, if no same could have found my clothes and dressed me and all of that. So he just like got like a tracksuit, got his tracksuit, like his sweatpants and his sweater, and put it on me. And then he got socks and put it on me. And he just hurry up and put on something. So the two will look like two cracked. Anyway, so after doing that, he's like, oh my gosh, where's your shoes? If I forgot to put on my shoes and something. So me know it looked like the fun parts of the high start kicking. So me run coming in, I'm run go in that closet, and I grab my winter boot. Remember, it's not winter yet, it's October. It's October, it's the middle of fall. And I grab my winter boots and I said, babe, please let me wear my favorite shoes, let me wear my favorite. Oh my gosh. And he said, yeah, put them on. So I put on my winter boot, in the tracksuit and my winter boot, no wig. And then I said, babe, carry everything,
Laptop, phone, everything. A 5 phone flood, I want back everybody.
Pack everything, we have to carry everything. Carry a charger, carry my charger, carry a phone, carry my phone, carry a laptop, carry my laptop, babe, carry my birth certificate, carry everything. And this nigga was packing everything. He was like, oh my god, like I don't know, I think he was just so, oh my gosh, like he was probably just stressed about the whole thing while I was just there. Hi. And at one point we had to find my ID, right, which was like my passport. I needed my passport. So he's like, oh, where's your passport? So I keep all of my documents in like a file, like this thing, right? So then I went in there and I opened it, and both of us were looking. So like he was looking and I was peeking over there, and then he couldn't find it. And then I look in there and I take out my passport and I say, babe, I found it before you. And I said, babe, how me I am find it and you don't find it? I said, babe, you know, see you stupid. I was high as fuck. So anyway, we go outside and I have some money saved up that I didn't want to tell anybody about. I just wanted it to be my money. And I said, babe, please don't come into the hospital, I'm going to have to pay them. And I have my money saved up. And I go, oh, I didn't want you to know that. Oh Jesus. I was acting so stupid. I was like, babe, I never wanted to know that I had my money saved up. I'm so sorry. I didn't want anybody to know that I had my money saved up. And then there, my boyfriend not paying me any man, and I'm like, babe, I'm so funny, you know, I'm the funniest person alive. I'm so funny, I'm very funny. And I said, babe, I'm funny, don't. And my boyfriend was there looking at me like, bitch, why you doing this to me? So then anyway, after all of that, no, I remember he called a U-ride, right? So the U-ride came, and then the U-ride came, we were going up the stairs, and then I came like this, and I said, babe, my wig. I forgot that I didn't have my wig, and my blouse that he took off the first, I took it up off the floor and was putting it on my head, and I was putting it on my head as my wig, my blouse on my head as my wig. And my boyfriend got mad and just grabbed it from me and threw it, and he's like, let's go. And then I'm like, babe, I'm going without my wig. So anyway, we're going now. When we stepped outside, it, like I said, it had snowed a little, but it wasn't like winter, it was like fall snow. So then I saw, he opened the door, and when I saw outside, I said, babe, oh my gosh, the snow looks so good, can we please make snow angels? Please make snow angels. And my boyfriend like, let's just go to the hospital.